2 seconds later.
Hey guys, that was kind of crazy, huh? Can you hear me? Are we back in session? Sorry about that. That was you know, I'm just a fairy. Yeah, I needed some I needed some technical support. That was scarier for me than it was for you, I promise. Did you like the silence and my frown in silence? So today's stream, I'm so excited. It's time for our monthly book club. Who's read our book? The book this month was Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. All right, we have 2 people that have read. I'll take it, guys. All right, so the first talking thing I wanted to discuss is kind of just going over the characters and how I felt about them, at least a few of them. So our main character, of course, Evangeline Fox, our pretty pink-haired girl, so pretty, so precious, so innocent. Really hated when the reader was tricked into believing she had learned her lesson with her sister, and then she did. That's true. She got betrayed by her sister, and she was like, okay, I can tell her the truth. And then her sister's like, guards, guess what? She's right here. You should take her and imprison her and kill her, maybe. And you're just like, what?
What?
You just had a bonding moment. Wait, oh yeah, what do you mean? What?
She's weird.
She's incapable of learning. She does, guys, she does learn eventually. She's just not quite there yet. She hasn't been betrayed enough, I guess.
She is such an idiot.
Okay, so Evangeline, she has her boyfriend or whatever, Luke, right? And then Luke, runs off and to be with Marisol. And you're kind of like, what? How did that happen? What? And then the last character I kind of have notes on is Apollo. He honestly didn't feel like such a main character to me because things were just happening to him and around him rather than him doing anything, because obviously he was stuck under the love spell almost the entire time. But he was so funny to me because he kept just being so ridiculous because of the love spell. He was like, oh, my heart, I would do anything for you. I love you so much. Let me stand out in the snow every single night showing my love to you while I freeze to death, and let me get your name tattooed on my chest, and I love you so much, Evangeline. Girl, boy. Get it together. Get yourself together. I think the last 1/3 of the book was very hard for me to put down. Stuff is finally happening. Yeah, it was that's exactly how I felt the first time too. It starts rolling really fast. I think from the part where you meet Chaos and all the vampires to the end is so entirely part 3 is where it gets really interesting. Yeah. Wow, seems like a lot of you guys procrastinated. That's all right, at least you finished it. I'm proud of you all. The paragraph about neck licking was something. It was intimate is what it was. The second part that I thought was really funny was when Jax and Evangeline went to go visit Chaos and they saw all the humans that were being turned into vampires in their cages, and they ran into Luke, right? And he goes, Evangeline, I got attacked by the wolf, and I was covered in scars, and they weren't sexy scars. That's a good point. If Apollo knew what was happening to him, would he want this? And then again, I think that's kind of based off of personal opinion. I feel like different people would have different answers to this. But I feel like personally, I would rather be living my real, true life instead of just being in this fake, happy Candyland. It reminds you of Robert Nozick's Experience Machine Thought Experiment. Wow, that's a lot of words there. The ending got you though. It's whoa, that's crazy. It is pretty crazy, which is why I don't believe it. Exactly, his vampire acting was way too good to be manipulated. Exactly. The last question is, would I recommend this book? And obviously I was the one to suggest it for book club, so in general I do recommend it. I don't think it's a great book if it's really hard for someone to get invested into things. But I think if you can stick it out, it is a really great series. So in general, yes. If it's difficult for you to get invested, no. I think my final rating for it this time around is 4 stars. I do agree with my first assessment where I rated it a 3 out of 5 stars because if you're not attached in the beginning, you really gotta build that like love for them. So I can confidently say I give it a 4 stars this time around, but 3, I agree with my initial rating of 3 stars. The next option is a book I have not read. It's The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. I bought this because the cover was very pretty and I want to read it, so it's an option for this month. Share them on... I don't know how to do that without doxing myself right now. I think there's just one for The Spell Shop and one for Kiss of Deception. Feel free to retweet this too, guys, so that other people can see it. Retweets appreciated. I'm sorry, I think they're called reshares now. Repost. Well, I think this was a pretty successful second book club stream. So I want to say thank you all for coming and participating. It means a lot, and I hope that we can all read a book that you will all enjoy again next month. And I hope you enjoyed this month's book. So thank you for coming. Until next week, I'll see you guys. Thank you. Love you. I'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you. Goodbye.